you guys so much. We're gonna get this shit started right now. Who's ready for your first comic? It's so hot as fuck up here. Alright, this girl, man, she's wonderful. She hasn't slept with me yet. I'm hoping that changes tonight. You can see her Tuesdays at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club. Her name is Kristine Coleman.
Fever, I do. I found that out initially when I was getting raped by a black guy. Halfway through decided it was consensual. Matter of fact, it was sensational. Actually, I knew even as a little girl that I had a thing for the chocolate men, because every time I went to Chuck E. Cheese's, I always tried to get the most tokens at the party. Something I still do to this day. So a friend of mine, she's also into the darkness. And we went to go get coffee the other morning. And to our delight, there was this super cute African barista behind the counter. And so he looks at us in his dark, sexy eyes and says to us in his dark, sexy voice, "What you bitches want?" My friend goes up to him. She's all ready to flirt over her drink. She says, "Hey, I like my coffee how I like my men. Strong and black." Okay, that was cool. So the next day, I go into Starbucks, and again, there's the super hot African barista. I know exactly what I'm gonna say. I walk on over. "Hey there, sir. I like my coffee how I like my men. With ginormous dicks." And he's into it too. He's like, "Yeah, babe, I'll give you a hot grande." I'm like, "Actually, can I get that iced? All this flirting is making me sweaty." "And do you have $6 I could borrow? This coffee is expensive as hell." And so while I was up there at the Starbucks, I noticed they had this new after coffee gum, and it's supposed to be really strong and effective, you know, to knock the coffee breath out of you or whatever. But me, I'm not too worried about coffee breath. It's the smell of 9 martinis I'm trying to cover up. So after a night of partying, I picked up a pack, popped a few into my mouth, and as soon as I did, I hear somebody shout, "Freeze!" I turn around, and it's a cop. He says, "Ma'am, this here is after coffee chewing gum, and you did not ingest said caffeinated beverage before putting that into your mouth." And my drunk ass just looks at him and says, "Shut up, Paul Blart." "Ma'am, I can smell some liquor on your breath." Oh, great, I thought to myself. If I wanted to get something at Starbucks that didn't work, I would have got a goddamn decaf. So he asked me, he says, "Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight?" My drunk ass just looks at him and says, "Drinking tonight? I have not been." I slurred. And so, quick side note here. The only people that I know that put predicates before subjects while speaking are drunks and kindergarteners. And so that reminds me of this one time when I was babysitting a 5-year-old, and they're like, "Can I have a juice box?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I split my box of Franzia with them. "Better the living room walls look with my crowns all over them anyway," said the drunk kindergartner. Anyway, back to my story. The cop says, "Ma'am, I think you've been drinking tonight, so I'm going to have to ask you to say the alphabet." I just look at him and say, "Abkadethi Jekyll Manop Quarstuvixes." Thank you. And so, after that, he pulls out this metal handheld device, and he asks me to blow into it. Now, I've never seen one of these before, but I know exactly what it is. A blowjob raider machine. So, I'm a confident young lady. I wanted to get the high score. I take it from him. Here it is. And not to blow, I mean toot my own horn or anything. But beep, 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 I got triple digits, baby. Oh, yeah! "Ma'am, you are way past the legal limit." "Good enough to be a prostitute?" "Why, thank you." All right, thank all of you. That is my set. I'm Kristine. Big round of applause for all the comics you're going to see here tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, one more time for Kristine. You can see her Tuesday nights in Ventura Harbor. Pass the girl not a sex with tonight. Buy her drinks. Please. Hey, I want to try something real quick. First show, I want to take a picture of all you guys. You all look great here. Everybody just flip me off. You hate me, right? Hey, come on, 1, 2, 3, love you all. Couldn't see shit. All right, coming up next, you guys, this guy's incredible. He's been at the Hollywood Improv. He hosted there. He's incredible. Also regular at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club. He's amazing. He's my friend. He drives me places. His name is Xander Beltran.
What's up? How we all doing? It is hot as fuck, right? Jesus. Okay, for the success of the show and the rest of the night, I'm gonna need all of you mouth breathers to get the fuck out of here. Please start breathing through your nose. Jesus Christ. So my name's Alexander Beltran, but I go by Xander or Zanny B, Zanzibar, Xanadu, Zanthrax, Xanax, Triple X, the X Factor, or at Starbucks, I'm Andrew, Tanner, Zach, Chad, or Scott. So I used to go to this Pete's coffee shop in Berkeley, and the guy who worked the register was this gay black guy named Tyronius. You can laugh at the name, it's okay, it's not racist, it's a great name. But like, I'm pretty sure this guy's right wrist was surgically attached to his right nipple because he was just here all day. And he would like gesticulate with his left hand, so I'm pretty sure he made my coffee with his dick. I know I tasted mocha, guys, I could taste mocha. But I remember one day I walked in and I'm like, hey, can I get a large coffee with an ad shop? He's like, oh, okay, you doing something big today? Okay, I see. Hey, you got a midterm tomorrow? Hey, you gonna pass that midterm, huh? I'm like, yeah, turn on, yes, I have a midterm. We have to go do this every time. I just want a large coffee with an ad shop. He's like, okay, what's your name, handsome? I'm like, my name's Xander. He's like, okay, Andrew, we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna get it going. God damn it. I'm like, my name is Xander. He's like, okay, Scott, let's do it. Let's do this thing. I'm like, how did you get Scott from Xander? He's like, oh no, all you white folk named Scott, come on. And it's weird being considered white folk because I'm half Mexican. I'm half Mexican and half German, so I'm Wiener Schnitzel. And it's weird because I look so white. I'm like this undercover agent that gets to see what white people really think about Mexicans. But it's funny, my grandparents on both sides of my family are foreign, so it's just accents all day. It's amazing. My German grandma, she speaks really good English, but she's like really bad at like colloquial terms or like slang terms. One time she was like speeding on the freeway and I was like, she usually goes 30. So I should probably ask her, like, Grandma, why are you speeding? And she's like, oh, I have to pee so bad, I have to pee like a horse. I was like, Grandma, it's pee like a racehorse. And she's like, no, I have to pee like a horse, like I have a very big horse penis. That's not what that means. And on my other side, we're Mexican. So, do you guys have a good Easter? Everybody have a good Easter? Yeah. Okay, I'm so Mexican and so Catholic that at my Easter there were 2 priests. Just so they could like bless the cake and the carnitas like simultaneously. But my Mexican grandfather is like, this guy's amazing. This is the kind of guy that could like narrate a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like he'll just come up to me out of nowhere and be like, mijo, the carnitas can fly better when the eagle's wing is lower. I'm like, what the fuck? What does that mean? But when I turned 21, he sat me down. This guy's amazing. He just passed away. I'm very sad about it. But anyways, he sat me down and he bought me a scotch, like a very nice scotch, like a Macallan. I don't know if you guys know scotch, but it was very good scotch. Sat me down and he just looks at me right in the eyes and goes, "Mijo, what do you think of life so far?" I was like, oh my God. I don't know what I think of life so far. Like the hardest questions I ever answer are like, do you guys want to go to Chili's or choose their friends? Like, that's like the hardest question I ever answer. I was like, I don't know, Grandpa, it's pretty good. I wish it was better. And he goes, Mijo, listen. Okay. Listen. Life is like a roller coaster. Okay, and I'm like, oh great, another like cliche thing about life. He goes, life is like a roller coaster. You know, you sit in line, you're waiting. I'm like, I want to go on this ride. You have to wait. You know, it's like being a kid. You're like, I want to be a person. So you wait. They teach you about life. You're like, X2, there's fire that shoots at your face. And then they're like, there's requirements. And they're just like, you have to be this tall. Mijo, or your SAT score is good. Fuck. Shit, I had SATs. Like, I'm just kidding. I'm like, wow. And he's like, Mijo, I need to get on the ride, right? And there's this thing that holds you in, the seatbelt. That's your familia. It holds you down, keeps you safe. And then the ride, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's good, it's bad, it's good, it's bad. And you get off, mijo, and you're smiling, but you're sick to your stomach. And there's just one picture, mijo. There's just one picture. You gotta get your cell phone out. You gotta take a sneaky picture. You're not gonna pay for the $25, mijo. That is so much. That is a lot of groceries, mijo. He's like, but there's just one picture of your life, mijo. He's like, and do you want to be smiling or crying? I was like, wow. Like, I want to be smiling. He's like, good, mijo, because when I go on a roller coaster, I start to cry. That is no good. I'm not photogenic when I cry, mijo. I look like a dead horse. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, mijo, remember when you go on a roller coaster to always eat an apple? Because we all have heart problems, mijo. There's too much lard in our frijoles, mijo. You gotta make sure you have a high enough blood sugar, mijo. And now I'm going to tell a joke that my grandpa would not approve of. Alright. So I recently had sex, guys. Yeah, that's what my normal voice sounds like. I know you haven't heard it for like 3 minutes, but that's my normal voice. So I recently had sex, and the girl I was sleeping with, she was really into dirty talk. Like, she was filthy. But I like it, but I'm just like not very good at it. She's like, yeah, fuck me, give me that big dick, fuck this pussy. And like, all I could come up with is, I am. I sounded like Popeye having sex. I was just like, I am what I am. Alright, I'm Xander Beltran. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Beltran Xander on Facebook. I'm opening for Eric Kristine at the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club on Monday. I got 2-for-1 tickets. Hit me up. Ladies, give me your phone numbers. Alright, have a good night.
Xander Beltran, everybody! Did you hear the voice he made for the girl he had sex with? Fuck me. That's how she sounded like. I want to meet her, I don't care.